Hello, brother. This is Jedis. We're going to back today on different topic that we're going to talk about today. This talk today, we're going to do quite a few different types of Star Wars videos and stuff. I'm going to try and do that for the next week or so. Definitely on Friday and Saturday, I'm definitely going to be doing some Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 gameplays of stuff, of like battles, assault mode, different types of things going on and stuff. I'll definitely be doing some gameplay videos with that on Friday and Saturday. But I'm also going to be doing some talks on Star Wars things like that I'm gonna be doing. So in this video today, I'm gonna talk about my top 13 favorite Jedi of Star Wars. So at number 13, we have Yoda. I find Yoda as not only one of my favorite Jedi characters, but probably one of the most powerful Jedi characters in the Order. Not just that, but like I like his wise character and how he is and how he prescribes things and just knows these things, and not just that, but like how he's powerful in the Force. And it's no joke. um there's a lot of things that I like with Yoda that's quite a mystery, because there's some things that are, but like I think that's one of the cool things I like about Yoda is like there's you never know with him, but like I said, he's a powerful Jedi Master. And I think if I was to ever be a Jedi and stuff like that, I would love to be trained under by Yoda. He would be a character to be trained by. At number 12, we have Qui-Gon Jinn. I like Qui-Gon Jinn. Yes, it sucks he died in the first movie, but like I feel like he had his purpose. But there's a lot of things I feel like they probably could have done forward with Qui Gon a little bit, but Qui Gon was such a wise Jedi character. Also, he wasn't on the Jedi Council because he didn't really agree with a lot of the political things, but like not just political things, but a lot of other things in there. But like one of the things I like with Qui Gon is how caring and very observant he is, and you know he's one of those Jedi characters that does what he can to sticks his neck out for somebody, which he did quite a lot with Anakin, and trying to get him to be a Jedi, and eventually he does. But I think that's one of the things I like with Qui Gon is, you know, he's somebody that understands, if you have a destiny and if it's your dream to be what you want to be, I could be that, person to push that push that for you. So it's not. That's just one thing I like with Qui Gon is. Um, at number 11 we have Kiadi Mundi. I like Kiadi Mundi's character. I don't know why. I just find his character really interesting and stuff, especially in the Clone Wars and stuff like that. I like the fact that Clone Wars did quite a bit with these other Jedi characters from the series and stuff to kind of like introduce them in a proper manner of who they are, how they are in the Force, and how powerful they are in the Force, and what their abilities and what their skills are in the Force. Um, I find Kiadi Mundi, as I've watched him, I find him to be a complete savage in some cases, and I just find this character pretty interesting and cool. And I like the fact that he's a Jedi character in the Battlefront 2 game, even though um, quite an interesting character. At number 10, we have Shakti. I enjoy her character pretty well, especially in that one episode where she goes to Kamino with the clones and stuff to kind of like figure out, the whole thing going on with. Um, Pretty sure she was kind of the one that helped out a little bit with that inhibitor chip issue, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I just remember that she went to Kamino for something with the clones and did something. But one of the things I like with Shakti is I like how she is as a character, and she is a very powerful, skilled Jedi. I mean, I mean, I remember in I'm not sure how canon this is, but I remember in the Star Wars Force Unleashed game, the very first game, like she literally could have killed Star Killer, but Star Killer just kind of threw her around like a rag doll a little bit and like finished her finished her off that way. But I find Shakti a really interesting character, and I like the fact of what the clones animated series has done with her. What they got to show her what she is a little bit. Um, if there's ever a moment to kind of do more things with Shakti, I look forward to kind of seeing what else they would do with Shakti in like the future, or if they have any plans of doing anything with her, even though she could be dead or might not be. Who knows? At number 9, we have Plo Koon. I love Plo Koon. I think he is not only one of my favorite Jedi, but he's also one of my favorite mysterious like Jedi characters. He's also one of the Jedi characters that's had more than one different colored lightsabers before. Obviously in the Clone Wars he's had blue, in Legends he's had yellow, orange, and I think in either the Attack of the Clones or in either an Attack I think it was in the Attack of the Clones movie, and then I guess a toy figure was. But I guess as a toy figure, maybe there might be a Legends comic out there that where he has one, but there was another one where has been said to have a green lightsaber also. So I find it kind of cool. He's had these four different colored variations of lightsabers. Um, I think it'd be kind of cool to have like four unique different colored lightsabers just for certain purposes. I feel like Plo Koon probably is that one Jedi that probably would have all four of those for maybe certain purposes, and maybe he has certain purposes of using those for certain missions or maybe for something else. But I find Plo Koon's character a really awesome character, and there is rumors and talks that he might not be dead because they tried to put him in the season 2 of The Mandalorian, which with Luke Skywalker, which I was like, what? But it's really interesting to see what all the Clone Wars prequels Jedi's actually survived Order 66. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing who survived all that. At number 8, we have Eth Hoth. I like Eth Hoth's character. I like the fact that he was a pretty wise character, but he was also a pretty skilled Jedi as well. And at the end of the Clone Wars, he kind of left the Jedi organization, became a preacher because after the events of what's happened with Order 66, he just kind of took it as it was. But I really enjoyed his story arc character, especially in the Clone Wars series and stuff as well. There's also another character that's kind of like Eth Hoth as well, which goes by the name of Ajin Collar. I guess originally they were trying to make him actually the Eth Hoth. I don't know, but the way that they both kind of look have the same species, just different tone looks to them. But the other thing I like with Eth Hoth is I like Eth Hoth's character pretty well, and he's another character on the list that's one of my favorite Jedi's that I like watching. So at number 7 we have Luminara Unduli. I like her character pretty well. I think her character is she had a lot. There was a lot of interesting things that she kind of did without the Clone Wars, and then when it came to the Rebels, they eventually the Empire just kind of used her as bait and just kind of made lower Jedi and everything. But um, I really enjoyed Luminara's character pretty well. So especially when they try to pair her up with other characters like for example Ahsoka Tano. I like the fact how they put her up with um these different types of characters for Ahsoka, and I feel like these other female Jedi's are pretty good leaders for her to help her like grow as a Jedi. And it's not just some of the female characters. There was other male characters like for example Plo Koon, um, Kit Fisto, for example. I think those types of characters kind of help her kind of grow, and then and her friendship with Anakin Skywalker also kind of motivates her as well. So, she's had these really interesting teachers that help her to progress. And but I really, like I said, I really enjoy Luminara's character pretty well. At number 6, we have Ayla Secura. Um, I don't know why. I think she's kind of cute, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, she might be like this blue alien, but um, I like the fact that how they showed her quite a bit, a little bit there in the Clone Wars, especially in the couple episodes they had her on, especially with Anakin on one episode, and they had her do something with Ahsoka Tano. Um, I find her character pretty unique, and especially when you play her as in Battlefront 2, I like the fact she has one green, one blue lightsaber, just to kind of. But definitely enjoy her character pretty well. Um, I'm sure a lot of you out there also enjoy her character pretty well too. But she's one of my favorite characters. At number 5, we have Ada Gala. Ada Ada Gala, which is the one character that was actually prescribed to have a red lightsaber in the Phantom Menace video game. And I think a little bit in Legends, but then in the Clone Wars, when they kind of shut her off in Clone Wars, she had a blue lightsaber. Um, I find her character pretty unique, and I like the fact how I liked how she went on these other Jedi missions with like Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka. I like how we got to know her just a little bit, who she was and stuff like that. And it kind of sucks that eventually she dies, which kind of sucks. But she was a really interesting, cool character. And she is a favorite character of mine on the list too. So like I really can enjoy her character pretty well. So at number 4 we have Ahsoka Tano. Um, I like Ahsoka's character pretty well. I like her character progression, how far she's came, and how well she's grown into the Jedi Order, and being that she left and is kind of a gray Jedi now. Um, I feel like she's like one of the first few Jedi's that have gone through different colored lightsabers, other than Plo Koon. Starts off with two greens and then um, two blues, and then last but not least her white, which is kind of cool. Um, I like the fact of how she's progressed and how she's grown as a character, and definitely looking forward to seeing more things to do with her and stuff. Because after watching watching the Ahsoka TV show, I'm assuming I know we'll get a second season somewhere in there, and I find her character pretty unique and just a loving character. At number 3, we have Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker is not only my favorite Jedi character, but AKA he eventually later on becomes Darth Vader. Anakin was not only one of the most powerful skilled Jedi, but he was that goat character, and especially when they brought him back for the Ahsoka show and that one episode scene, that was just pure gold, showing him back again and just you know showing the skills that he still has, and not just that, but like teaching Ahsoka, his mentor, a few lessons, and I find Anakin Skywalker's character pretty cool Jedi character, and I definitely like his character in the Clone Wars and stuff as well. Kind of does things with a Jedi, and explores, and taking his Jedi duties seriously and stuff like Jedi's are supposed to. And I don't know, I find his character, I don't know, one of my favorites, but ones that he definitely be a Jedi character I wouldn't mind having being trained under, for sure. At number 2, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan is one of my favorite Jedi characters of all time. I find his character not only interesting, but I love how well he's grown and progressed after the death of Qui-Gon, and just growing as this wise Jedi, and um, eventually, later on training, Luke Skywalker basics of Jedi training and all these other types of things. And especially in the Clone Wars, he was quite interesting, quite a cool character in Clone Wars, especially. Especially, doing all these different types of things. And I like the fact that they showed a love interest um, for Obi-Wan in that, which really kind of showed more of his character, because I like the fact how, even though they're not Jedi, aren't supposed to fall in love with people. I like the fact how they try to do that behind closed doors, because to me it kind of shows our personality of, like, they, in a way, they want to express their feelings for that person, but on the other side of it, they know they can't because it's forbidden for them. So I find it unique. The girl that he was loving, which was Duchess, kind of sad that she died, but she was quite an interesting character, and I definitely enjoyed her character pretty well for Obi-Wan. And I definitely liked Obi-Wan's growth later on towards, and when we see him in Rebels. Number one, we have Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is my first and last favorite Jedi character. I definitely enjoy his character pretty well, especially you know in the original trilogies. In the original trilogy, obviously, I didn't really enjoy his character too well in the newer sequels because I didn't like what they did with his character. But I definitely enjoyed his character pretty well, especially when they showed him, and when they finally showed him back, in the Mandalorian season, of that one season. That was just pure gold there too. Given given you know given the fact that Luke is just pretty powerful, which he was. Definitely really enjoy his character pretty well. He is one of my favorite Jedi's as well. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Comment section below to what your guys' favorite Jedi's are, and the ones that you like very well, and what Jedi's you would like to have train you and things like that if you were to become a Jedi and stuff, and what color lightsaber you'd like to have if you were a Jedi. Post a comment section below, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as always, and I'll see you next video, and goodbye.